Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
This is not a new development that's been happening in our political history. If we recollect, 1951, we had this kind of experience. And that was about the first time where we'll be experiencing political defection or movement from one party to another. 1951, about 20 members of the then House decamped from their political party to another political party. So, in recent time, in 2018, when APC was in government, APC was in control of the National Assembly, particularly Senate. But there was a mass defection from APC to PDP. And PDP was the majority party in the National Assembly. So what's happening now is not new and is not news. What is just portraying is that what is permanent in politics is interest. There's no permanent enemy and there's no permanent friend in politics, but interest is permanent. So me, I want to believe our political leaders are having similar or same interests. And that is why they are moving towards a particular political party. So me, I do not see any danger in it. It's not new. It's not just happening. It has an history that is robust. And we have never experienced what I want to regard as one party state in Nigeria. And that will never happen in Nigeria. I see it as a new dawn in our political history. Nobody ever envisaged that we'll get to this level. At least in the last 1 or 2 years, nobody ever thought it would be like this. And my own take home, of course, is that it's clearly showing that our political leaders are beginning to place national interests over and above their personal interests or party affiliation, which I think we must commend them for doing just that. Because come to think of it, most of the states that are defecting to the ruling party, they are richest states in the scheme of things. You should go and check. AKUGHA is one of the richest states in Nigeria. Delta State is one of the richest states in Nigeria. Bayelsa one of the richest states. So they have no reason to be cajoled into coming to national politics or national party or party in the center. They have no reason. Because some of the states I just mentioned, some of them are even more buoyant than most states. They are under the ruling party. So they have no reason to say they are going to the ruling party if they do not see the need, the reason, which might not be far from national interest, patriotic zeal, to take Nigeria out of the wood, realizing that, yes, the man at the center in Abuja has good intention for this country. And all of them must join hands with him to ensure that Nigeria is taken out of the woods. And leaving him alone to do it might take us longer time than necessary. And maybe they have seen that this is about the time God has prepared for Nigeria to get it right. And that from the way this man is governing this country, is sincere, is committed, is patriotic. What is more, Nigeria is having the president that does not have a godfather for the first time. To my mind, I think our governors, the leaders of various political parties who are actually moving to the ruling party, it's not because, to me, it's not because of any material things. Take, for instance, Bayelsa State. The governor is having second term. Does not need anybody anywhere. For him, after 4 years, which is the last lap of his the statutory 2 terms that he's entitled to, he goes home. Whoever becomes governor of his state might actually be part of his headache. He doesn't have any direct stake. He doesn't have any direct thing to be afraid of. But he just felt the little time he has as governor of Bayelsa, he must join hands with those who are in Abuja to build this country. And what is more, the current president, the current national government or federal government, to my mind, they are not using any federal power, federal might to coerce, to force anybody to come on board. We have not seen anything. You have not heard that, oh, president is fighting with governor. No. President is doing his own and is carrying everybody along. And he's not doing anything based on political affiliation or patronage. He's doing everything nationally, patriotically, which I think is what is it's sort of buying in to those who are saying, no, this is the time for all of us as Nigerians to join up with this man and forget our political affiliation or party affiliation and realizing that Nigeria is not a matured political state. For you to say, I want to remain in my political party and assist a party in government to work, it might not work that way. And the best thing we could do, of course, is let us come on board, assist this man to build Nigeria of our dream. Once we have a Nigeria of our dream, your party might not be important to us again, but your person. So that level will be determining who want to govern us, not the party affiliation. Look at developed democracies like America, for instance. They don't normally look at your political affiliation. They look at your person, and they vote based on that. So I think Nigeria is getting there, and Nigeria is moving towards that. So to me, our governors, our leaders who are moving from their political party to APC does not mean that they don't know what they are doing. Does not mean Nigeria is going towards a one-party state. No, Nigeria will never become a one-party state. Like I said in 2018, APC was in government at the national level. And National Assembly members, en masse, they moved into PDP. And PDP was in control of the National Assembly. And everyone did not fall. And nobody was shouting one party state at that material time. Because APC then was matured. APC believed that people must be allowed to be given freedom of association, freedom of movement. They are free to move. And they move. And that first term of Buhari was successful. That's why the fact that, PDP was in control. And don't forget as well that the first time of Buhari, PDP actually decided on the principal members of the National Assembly. That was when Senator Bukola Saraki became the Senate president. And this for Dogara. Their emergence was actually the PDP influence, and everyone did not fall. So today, if people are now moving from their various political parties to the national party, to the central government political party, it doesn't mean that they don't know what they are doing. It doesn't mean they are no longer patriotic. It doesn't mean that they don't love us. It doesn't mean Nigeria is going towards one party state. I can guarantee you, PDP will still remain. Even if 99 members out of 100 move to APC, one person will still remain in PDP, because PDP is a party that cannot die. It will still remain. If people move from their political party to wherever party they want to move to, I can assure you the party will still, because during the election period, some people will go, they will use the platform of those parties to contest election. So what I'm saying, of course, is that Nigeria should not be afraid that Nigeria is going towards one political party, one party state. No. And this is my own conclusion. Let's even assuming without conceding that Nigeria is moving towards one party state, we should ask ourselves, if it's going to be mutually beneficial to us as Nigerians, everything must be done to encourage it. Because what is important to us is Nigeria should be the better for it. Nigeria should be taken out of the wood. Nigeria must be placed where it rightfully belongs in international politics. In America now, there are other small political parties. But we're only aware of just two major political parties. In Britain, there are other small political parties. In fact, in the two countries, they have independent candidacy. But we don't hear about them. The major parties. So, which means Nigeria as well will have 1 or 2, 3 major political parties. And there will be other ones. That Nigeria will become a one-party state, I disagree. Nigeria is is developing, yes. But in Africa, we are one of the developed democracy. And with our level, with our exposure, Nigeria will never. So Nigeria should not be afraid. Nigeria should be happy that for the first time, our politicians are reasoning like Nigerians. They are placing us first before their party affiliation. Like I said, Delta State is one of the richest states in Nigeria. Now, the Delta State governor and the entire structure of PDP had come to APC. As that added to their revenue on a monthly basis, the answer is no. And as if APC had done this against PDP in Delta State, the answer is no. Everything still remained the same thing. But then the Delta governor now has access to certain key decisions being taken by APC. Because APC government is in place. And they have keen by Delta. Dito for Bayelsa. Since the governor has said, well, I'm moving to APC, the House of Assembly had gone to APC. There's nothing different from what they have been doing in their states. Nothing. Akwa Ibom, same thing. They have been doing what they are doing there. So which means they just believe that once they are in the party at the center, they will sit down with everybody who are driving the affairs of this state, affairs of the nation. Because once you are in opposition party, you might not be part of those who will be driving our political movement. But once you are with them, then your voice must be heard. And whatever you are saying must be considered, which I think is the best thing. It's better that to be inside and make your correction than to be outside and be thrown stone. But then we must be watchful. We must be guided to ensure that our leaders who are moving to APC or whatever party are put on their toes. Not to forget their reason. But when they were moving, they will tell you it's a movement. They will tell you, yes, we want to go and be part of those who want to salvage this nation. So if they are deviating, we should call you are deviating. Nigeria, it will be difficult for us to get out of the wood. We can't get out of the wood overnight. That's more reason why all of us, irrespective of our political affiliation, must come together. And if our political affiliation is now standing as a stumbling block in achieving that goal now, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime, then we should jettison that affiliation that will be an hindrance, so that our names will be written in good. That, oh, Bayelsa governor, Delta governor, Akwa Ibom governor, and other governors were coming. Yes, they saw that opportunity at the expense of their comforts, because where they had the numeral, because PDP is in disarray. So nobody is actually checking them. But in APC, there are checks and balances. But they do not care. They are living their comfort zone now, where they were in control, where they are number one, and nobody challenging them, nobody is questioning them. To now go to where they will now be under national chairman of APC, who is active. They will now go under the state party chairman, who is active. And they will now go under president, who is the leader of the party, and them, who will be questioning them, and they don't care.
Inside the Niger Delta,